Hey guys, Eric here with Pioneer Survival Company. Unlike most of my videos that either have some kind of bushcraft, survival, homesteading theme to them, today I just kind of wanted to discuss a different topic that I feel actually does somewhat have to deal with survival. If you're in an emergency situation where you might not be able to take a vehicle into, say, a garage to have it repaired or something like that, you actually have to have somewhat of an understanding on how to work on vehicles. That brings me to my Jeep Renegade Trailhawk here. I'm very hands-on, so I like to do my own automotive work most of the time. Basically, I ran into an issue. The Jeep has about, 65,000 miles on it, and the motor mounts are already going bad. I've looked all over online, and I can't really find a single vehicle, or a single video, I should say, on how to change the motor mounts on this. I've already changed the passenger side mount. It's actually really easy. You just take the air filter box out, and it's right there. Basically, it's identical to the driver's side, except on the driver's side, everything is just smashed in there together. You have to remove the battery box, the ECU, move the windshield wiper fluid reservoir out of the way, and a bunch of wires. I'm going to go ahead and just make a quick video on how to do that. It won't be very in-depth. I'm just going to do a broad overview while I'm doing it, just to give you an idea of how it's done and give you a starting place on how to do this when yours fail, because let's be honest, they're defective motor mounts. They've redesigned the things 2-3 times already. This is only a 2016, so in 4 years they've redesigned the motor mounts 2-3 times. So it's not if, it's when your motor mounts go bad, and this will save you probably around $1,200. Stay tuned, we'll get to it. All right, so there's a lot to do to get this off. You take off all your battery terminals, and then right down here, you have a bolt to take off of this. It's the belt that holds the battery in place. So you'll take that off, and then you have multiple, like, cable management things. I just use the pair of pliers. If you just compress the little tips, they pop right out. Let's see, you got one here for your ECU. You got one down here that just comes unclipped with a flathead screwdriver. That's holding your negative battery terminal to the battery box. You've got a little clip here that just pops off for your windshield washer fluid. You've got one. Did I get that one off yet? No, I still need to remove that one. You got one for this battery terminal here that's connected to the battery box. You've got two for this other battery terminal. Those just flathead screwdriver pops those off of it. And there's like a little plastic tray here. You just pop that off. It's not held in really by anything. That'll expose these 3 bolts here. You loosen those up, and you unplug your ECU. There's a little push tab. You just push in, then pull the lever back, and it slides right out. I think after I finish up this last clip here, and these are just finger tight now, I think I can remove this battery box, and hopefully my engine mount will be accessible then. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there where my finger's pointing. On the bottom corner of the ECU, it looks like there's a ground wire. It's a 10 millimeter. Everything should be freed up after that one. All right, battery box is out now. We just have this metal bracket here. That's the engine mount there. So I'm pretty sure that's the engine mount. I can't see it completely, but it looks like it. So it looks like hopefully it's just this bolt right here. I'm really hoping that whole thing will come out then, and hopefully this part, it runs underneath here. I'm really hoping there's not a bolt underneath here. Because if there is, I will be having to remove this fuse box, and that's not something I'm willing to do. Well, taking that bolt off in the back does not free this up, obviously. Now, it looked like I would have to take off this whole fuse panel here. Luckily, I don't. However, Jeep, with all your ingenuity, one bolt. You have to take off your tire, remove the fender well liner, and then you come from the washer fluid straight over, this bolt right here. I already pre-loosened this, but yeah, you have to tear all this apart just to get this one stupid bolt. Ta-da. Yep, and then she comes right out. And there she is, the old motor mount. Just filling it doesn't feel like it's actually bad. But I don't know. It's tore apart now, so I'll probably support well, I'm going to put this tire back on, lower it down, and then I'll probably use a wood block, support the transmission, and then you just take these 3 bolts here off, that one there, and that one in the back. And hopefully everything lines back up when I go to put the new one in. I'll keep you posted. All right, so I got the motor mount out. Let me see. This is the old one. You probably won't be able to see it on here, but there's a pretty good crease, or actually a chunk, it looks like, basically taken out of it. Let me go ahead and show you this. So I can move this pretty decently without much effort. I mean, just 2 fingers here. It's moving about ½ inch or so. On the new one, yeah, on the new one I can't even move it. So that motor mount, definitely going bad. All right, so that was pretty much a quick overview of how to change the driver's side motor mount on your, this is 2016 Jeep Renegade Trailhawk. I did forget to mention, I'm sure you'd figure out real quick when you go to support the transmission with a jack and a piece of wood, but you do have to take the skid plate under the engine bay off. I think there's 6 bolts that hold that on. So not a big deal. If you've changed the oil or anything, you're experienced on, you know, how to take that skid plate off. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Not really a hard job, it's just a pain moving everything out of the way to get to it. Once again, this is Eric Seitz, Pioneer Survival Company. Feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Pioneer Survival Company, or check out our website at pioneersurvivalcompany.com. Thanks for watching.